Sonor family. Jules here with Todd Sucherman after a great Styx concert. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, my friend. Great to see you.
Great to see you. So a couple of quick follow-up questions. Now you've had the drums for 6 months or so. How are you liking them now that you've been out touring with them and all that?
I am in hog heaven.
Even now, even after...
Even now, I mean, just about every show, I mean, generally, when it gets to the encore, I'm kind of ready to call it a night, and I play those drums, and I think I could play a couple more songs if you guys wanted to extend the set. So they're just super inspiring, and just every night, I'm in hog heaven.
Awesome. All right, and so the next and last question for you.
But that's only two. You can do more than two, right?
I'm only paying you $5.
Oh, we can make it 10. You can do 3. Wait, 3 for 15.
Can I borrow $5?
Yes.
All right, we can do that. So the 600 Series HiHat. In the interview we discussed the fact that
You're on it, man.
Well, how are you liking it?
It's still an adjustment because you're talking about decades on the other hi-hat.
Right.
There's times that I'm not thinking about it at all, which is good. But if I'm thinking, if my attention goes to something or something feels pulls my attention away from the music, that's normally a negative. So there's still a learning curve with getting used to that particular hi-hat.
All right.
But it's time for me to move into the 21st century with hi-hats. Because like I told you once before, it became laborious to try to find 40-year-old hi-hats on German eBay, ebay.de for those taking notes at home. And paying, $400 for a hi-hat and the shipping over from Germany, and then having something fall apart because it's a 40-year-old hi-hat stand. So it's time for me to learn how to be a member of this particular century.
Okay. Well, so I do have a follow-up. Since you have chosen to continue using your pearl pedals, was there a point that you considered maybe using an eliminator hi-hat on tour instead of the 600?
No. There's the eliminator, even though I have one on my studio kit, most of them I can't get the footplate up enough. You know what I mean?
I got you.
So I kind of like a little bit of that action with there, and I am getting that with the Sonor. So no, to answer your question in a one-word answer, I'd say no.
Okay. Keep it rolling. Moving right along. So when we talked before, you were working on some R&D stuff with Sabian for new cymbals. Do you have any kind of an update you can give us on that?
We're going to have 2 lines coming out in October that we're really, really excited about. I can't talk much about them at this moment, but we've had a couple years of R&D of 2 different lines of cymbals, and we're really excited what we came up with. I think that we have some very special cymbals that will be available. I think we're announcing October 1st.
Do you think you think people are gonna find those on par with the Sessions Ride that is so fabulously accepted by people that own those?
Well, there's going to be 2 lines, one that's sort of geared for the stage and one that's geared for the studio. But of course, anything can be, interchangeable for the musical use. But I think the thing that most people are going to be surprised with is that both lines, the crashes are 18, 19, 20, 22. And I know that there's a bunch of drummers out there that might think those are really big. There might be drummers that have like 15 and 17-inch crashes on their kit, and that's it. But I can tell you, if you've never played a 20 or 22-inch crash, check these out. I think you're going to be converted, because a lot of times you play the smaller crashes, but when you're recording or you're at the gig, they end up being really wispy. Just pss, pss, and they don't have the crash like something, you know, over the bar line a little bit. And I think that these provide that. And I think those that have favored 15, 17, 18-inch crashes, maybe an 18 is their biggest crash. They take a 22 on a gig, I think you're going to be converted pretty quickly.
Well, I look forward to that, and I'm sure others do too. And
I hope so.
yeah, so I guess you'll be premiering those on tour when they're available.
They're sort of on my kit now at the moment, but we'll see.
So if I can distract Mark, I can have a set tonight.
How did the cymbal sound tonight?
They sounded all right.
All right.
They sounded great. They sounded great.
Thank you.
They sounded great. Todd, thank you so much for being with us again, and hopefully we'll talk to you another time, maybe after the new cymbals come out. We'll see what happens, and thank you, sir.
Julian, always a pleasure, my friend.
Likewise.
Cheers.